Between February 5th and February 27, 2022, took place the 67th Kosciuszko Foundation Chopin Piano Competition. Because of the still ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, the organizers decided to introduce for the first time a hybrid competition, where the first and the second rounds of the contest take place online, and 6 pianists who advance to the semifinals are invited to come to take part in the in-person performances. Pianists from all over the world between ages 18 and 30 were able to send their applications and video recordings to be evaluated by the international jury. Maestro Garrick Olson, the winner of the coveted Chopin Piano Competition in Warsaw from 1970, generously agreed to be an honorary patron of the competition and sent his words of encouragement to the participants as well as the organizers. The competition has a long and rich tradition, being the oldest Chopin competition in the United States, dating back to 1949. Many of today's top pianists have been laureates of the competition, including Van Cliburn, Daniel Pollack, Murray Pariah, Kevin Kenner, Carol Gerstein, and many others. From its inception, the competition had been taking place in New York City. However, for the first time in its history, the board of the Kosciuszko Foundation decided to move the competition to Washington, D.C. In Washington, D.C., the team, including Barbara Bernhardt, the director of the Kosciuszko Foundation, D.C., Martin Lobazovich, the artistic director, Jason Solunas, the competition director, and Jolanta Stefanska, the advancement director, vowed to continue the tradition on the highest level possible. Pianists from Poland, Brazil, Taiwan, China, South Korea, and the United States have been selected to take part in the online portion of the competition to be evaluated by the international jury. All jury members of the 67th edition are esteemed international artists, known for their expertise in the music of Frédéric Chopin, as well as laureates of the Chopin Piano Competition in Warsaw. The jury included Akiko Ebi from Japan, Piotr Paleczny from Poland, Krzysztof Jabłoński from Canada, Poland, and Alexander Kobrin from the United States. Maestro Piotr Gajewski, the music director of the National Philharmonic, graciously agreed to be the jury chair. The repertoire of the competition encompassed virtually all major genres of Frédéric Chopin's music. Also, for the first time in the history of the competition, the contestants had an opportunity to perform a concerto in the final round, accompanied by the members of the National Philharmonic under the baton of Maestro Piotr Gajewski. The repertoire also included a work written by another great Polish composer, Karol Szymanowski. Both the semi-final and the final rounds of the competition took place in a beautiful space of the St. Anne's Catholic Church, located in the heart of Tenleytown in Washington, D.C., where the contestants could enjoy the beautiful Steinway D piano in the superb acoustics of this church. The final part of the competition, the announcement of the winners, took place at the Polish ambassador's residence, where His Excellency, Ambassador Marek Magierowski and his wife Anna, graciously hosted the ceremony as well as the winners' concert. We heard moving speeches by the ambassador himself, by Miss Barbara Bernhardt, and Mr. Martin Lobazovich.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me extend my sincerest gratitude to our partners from the Kosciuszko Foundation and the entire team of the Chopin Piano Competition, and personally to Madam Director, Mrs. Barbara Bernhardt, and Mr. Martin Lobazovich, the artistic director of the competition. Many thanks also to the members of the jury, Piotr Gajewski, Piotr Paleczny, Krzysztof Jabłoński, Alexander Kobrin, and Akiko Ebi. And of course, my heartfelt congratulations to the laureates, whom we will know shortly. Last but not least, special kudos to Marek Skubimowski, the president of the Kosciuszko Foundation, who is right now on the Polish-Ukrainian border assisting refugees.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ambassador, Mrs. Ambassador, Ambassador. Thank you so very much for hosting us here today to conclude the 67th edition of the Kosciuszko Foundation Chopin Piano Competition. We're thrilled to be here tonight. Thank you. It was a beautiful event. Started online, continued live. Very meaningful, especially right now in the time of global pandemic, travel restrictions, all this political unrest and upheavals. So when the contestants at the beginning of the competition were asked to describe the music of Frédéric Chopin with one word, they listed lots of beautiful adjectives: romantic, intimate, patriotic, elegant. And I would like to add two more that describe my experience during the competition. It was uniting and healing.
For the past 3 days, we just had a holiday and party of Chopin music. Today especially, on the wake of this horrendous thing happening right now in Europe, I was listening to those three performances of concertos, written exactly around 1830, exactly around the time of the November uprising. And I just couldn't hold back my tears, thinking of what Chopin was thinking, how was he reacting to the occupant, to the Russian occupant. So history of course repeats itself. And I remember reading words of a Russian general who was in charge of the Russian army at the time, who said, "There may be Poles, but there will be no Poland." How was he wrong? And I believe that this time it will be the same. Now I'm going to introduce 6 contestants who will play a short version of their program for us tonight. And before I introduce them, I remember this quote of one of the greatest musicians of the 20th century, Leonard Bernstein, who said, "This is our response to violence, to play music more intensely, more devotedly, more beautifully than ever before." Thank you.
All semi-finalists, as well as the prize winners, gave a wonderful and inspiring performances at the residence in the presence of ambassadors from many European countries, as well as other respected guests. Maestro Piotr Gajewski did the honors of announcing the prize winners.
Naming the 3 prize winners, there's a special prize for the best performance of a work by Karl Szymanowski, and that prize goes to Daniel Scheffer. The 3rd prize goes to Fanti Jones. prize goes to Kosciuszko.
After the ceremony, all the guests could enjoy a wonderful reception organized by the Polish Embassy. The 67th Kosciuszko Foundation Chopin Competition was an enormous undertaking for both the organizers as well as the pianists participating, considering the difficult situation caused by the pandemic as well as the ongoing war in Ukraine. However, the magic of music made the current troubles of the world disappear, and if only for a moment, transform us to a better, peaceful, and more beautiful world. We hope you enjoy being with us during the 67th Kosciuszko Foundation Chopin Competition, and we hope to see you again in 3 years.